What's up everyone, I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech, and in this video I'll be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy A10 and sharing with you my initial impressions. So guys, here's the phone, here's the box of the phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy A10 and it looks pretty similar to all the other A series phones that were launched this year. So here it is. On the front we have a quick preview of how the phone looks and it simply says A10. On the sides, that's the left side, it says Samsung Galaxy A10, and on the right side it is completely plain. At the top we just got one sticker that says Indian SIM only, and at the bottom we have IMEI numbers and so on. And on the back we have the most highlighting features, followed by Made in India sticker, dual SIM, and some more specifications. Now let's unbox this phone and see what this new Samsung Galaxy A10 has to offer. By the way guys, this phone is sold only in one variant with 2GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. On the box it's priced at 9,600 rupees, but online you can buy it at 8,500 rupees. By the way, this is also a retail phone and you can buy it in the market for about 8,000 rupees. Now this phone is available in 3 colors, black, blue and red, and we have the blue color. So guys, now that the box is open, at the top we have a cardboard box with some documentation, I guess. I'm not hoping for a case. So there we go, we just got some documentation. A quick start guide followed by regional log guide and warranty card information, and that's all. Next we have the phone itself. Let me just put that aside for now. Following that is the power adapter. This is a regular 5V power adapter, nothing fast, instead it is pretty slow. Next we have the regular micro USB charging cable and a SIM card ejector over here. So guys, these are all the contents of the box. There are no earphones as usual. Let's just come back to the phone for now. Now here's the phone in plastic wrapping, and on the back, surprisingly, it is completely plain. Usually they have some kind of warning stickers. Anyway, let's unbox it or open it up. So guys, this is how the phone looks on the front and this is how it looks on the back. It is completely made of plastic, but looks like a pretty good quality plastic. It has this reflective panel, a very smooth finish done to it. Initial impressions, pretty good for a Samsung phone at 8,000 rupees. Now let's have a quick physical overview and then check out the complete specifications of this phone. Now this phone is a complete plastic back panel with this super reflective finish. It's not super fancy as the current generation phones, but it is definitely looking pretty good. At the top it is a 13 megapixel rear facing camera with f1.9 aperture, and that's followed by a single LED flash. Following that is the Samsung branding, and at the bottom we have the mono speaker along with some specifications. Now on the front, this phone sports a 6.2-inch TFT display with HD plus resolution, with the new 19:9 aspect ratio, with the new Infinity V display. That's a water drop notch. Now because of this new Infinity display, this phone has 81.6% screen to body ratio. That's once again pretty great coming from a Samsung phone. Now inside the camera, it is a 5 megapixel front facing camera with f2.0 aperture, and above the camera you get the earpiece. On the right side we have the power and volume buttons made of plastic, but they have a nice clicky feel to them. On the left side it has a SIM card tray housing 2 nano SIM slots along with a dedicated SD card slot. At the top it has just the secondary microphone for noise cancellation, and at the bottom you get the 3.5mm audio jack, micro USB charging port and the primary microphone. Now coming to the rest of the specifications, under the hood this phone sports an Exynos 7884 octa-core processor with Mali G71 MP2 GPU with 2GB of RAM and 32GB of storage, running Samsung One UI based on Android 9.0, that's Android Pie. Now powering all this is a 3400 mAh battery. Now for very quick impressions, phone feels pretty sleek at a thickness of 7.9mm and phone weighs just 166 grams. In hand it feels pretty lightweight as well. So guys, now let's turn on the phone and see what we get right out of the box. So on first boot it simply says Samsung Galaxy A10 secured by Knox and powered by Android. By the way guys, I've just noticed this phone doesn't come with a fingerprint scanner. So we are going to use a face unlock feature on this phone. I'm pretty sure Samsung M10, which is priced very close to this phone, also doesn't come with a fingerprint scanner. And even this phone comes with an underclocked processor or a slightly underpowered processor when compared to your Samsung M10. Now it's time for face unlock, and now it's done. So over here we have 3 different options. First one is stay on lock screen. So if you turn it on, even when the phone unlocks, like even if face unlock works, you will still be on the lock screen. I don't want that to happen, so I'll disable this option. Next we have faster recognition, so I'll just keep it on, but do know that it is a bit less secure. Next we have bright screen, so if you turn this toggle on or if you keep it on, In low lighting conditions, display brightness goes up to try to see your face and then unlock your phone quickly. So my suggestion, keep these two toggles on and turn off the first one. Now let's move on. So it is trying to recommend some apps. Next, let's just skip all this stuff. And now it's done, and that was probably some welcome tune. So guys, this is your default launcher, this is your default home screen, and you can swipe up to check out all the applications. Now as you can see, there doesn't seem to be a lot of bloatware, but it does have quite a bit, and all of those bloatware are sorted out into these folders. You might never use these Microsoft applications, so simply uninstall them. Next we have some Google applications, especially a few applications like Duo, which we simply can't uninstall. Next, these are the default Samsung applications that come pre-installed. By the way guys, if you're coming from a Samsung phone, you might have noticed the new UI. It's called One UI, and it's developed in collaboration with Google to use your phone single-handedly with much more comfort. So this is the One UI. It is based on Android Pie, but just the icons and everything looks much bigger and much more usable with a single hand. Now if you can see, there is a subtle change in the settings panel as well. I just hope you can notice that. So this is the setting page. Now let's check out the internal specs or what comes right out of the box. So guys, out of that 2 GB of RAM, we get about 729 MB of free RAM right out of the box. And out of that 32 GB of space, we get about 22.9 GB, that's around 23 GB of space for your user apps and user data. Now let's check out the about page. So this phone is running One UI version 1.1 based on Android 9.0, that's Android Pie. Let's try this, and this is the Android Pie thing. And it has a February 1st, 2019 security patch, which is kinda okay. So that's the overall interface. This is the new One UI, and this is the notification area. And just so you know, you can swipe once to see this, check out the notifications, and have a quick preview of the notification toggles. And you can swipe down using 2 fingers to quickly look at the toggles. By the way, you can also rearrange these toggles by doing this. Then select button order, and now you can change the order like that and do many more stuff. Now let's check out the camera interface. So this is the camera interface for the rear camera. Now this phone has just a single camera here, but this phone surprisingly is giving us an extra option for 2x zoom. Now this is a digital zoom. It's just like cropping your picture. You won't get a better picture if you take your photos in 2x zoom. So better take your regular picture and then crop it. And you can also do this pinch to zoom gesture. This is the overall interface. And then you can swipe left or right to switch between all these modes. And you can swipe up or down to switch from the front camera to the rear camera. So you can do it either way. Now coming to the modes, we have photo mode, then we have pro mode, panorama, and video recording. Let's check out the resolution. So this phone can record video in 1080p. That's a pretty great thing, or a good thing. And going on next, this is the interface for the front facing camera. Not a lot going on over here. Video mode, followed by photo mode, and that's all. No extra bells or whistles. Now these are some sample pictures. So guys, now let's test the audio experience or speaker loudness of this phone. I'm just gonna play a track from NCS. This is no copyright sounds. Okay, I forgot to turn on the internet, so let me just do that. By the way guys, initial impressions so far, device looks pretty good. I mean, the display looks pretty awesome, and I've been using this phone for about 20 minutes and the phone feels pretty lightweight. I don't have any kind of issues with the overall form factor, thickness or weight. That's pretty good. And most importantly, the One UI or the overall user experience of this phone has been pretty good so far. Now let's test the speaker loudness. By the way, this phone has a speaker on the back, so when you place it on a flat surface, on a sofa or a bed, audio experience might be hindered, especially for ringtones and alarms. So that's the maximum volume. And we can do the pin gesture. So guys, speaker loudness on this phone is kinda okay, it's not bad, but it is barely good. So guys, audio experience on this phone is kinda okay, like barely good enough. It is manageable. I'll talk more about the ringtones and alarm stuff in the complete review, so stay tuned for that. Now let's see how good the face unlock feature works. I've already set it up, so let's give it a try. So face unlock works, but it is taking a very long time. Probably like a second or two. So overall, the unlocking experience so far is not that great. Now let's check the low lighting conditions. I'll be turning off all the bigger lights. There is a small light on the side, so let's see if it works. I mean the face unlock. And it still works in low lighting conditions. Now I've turned off all the lights. Now let's see if it works in complete darkness. And it still works. So face unlock on the Samsung A10 has been surprisingly pretty good, but I wish it could unlock the phone a bit more faster. Lights on. Now before I conclude, these are the Antutu and Geekbench scores. So guys, this is the new Samsung Galaxy A10, the cheapest phone from Samsung in the retail market that you can buy somewhere around 8,000 rupees. My initial impressions of this phone has been pretty good so far. As I've said, form factor has been pretty good, no complaints over there. Even the display is looking pretty good. I wish it was a Full HD display, but for the price and for a Samsung phone, a HD plus resolution is also pretty good considering you're also getting this water drop notch, and the cameras look kinda okay. So guys, what do you think about this phone? Do let us know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy this phone online, use the link in the description, and if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech signing off. Have a nice day.